I've been saying for a long time that eating fish does not improve your health, all right? Farmed fish are not fed the algae that they would normally have, and instead of making omega-3s, they make mostly omega-6, and so they're actually inflammatory. On top of that, the FDA has actually shown that every sample of fish they've pulled out of the ocean has PCBs or pollution. So when you're eating fish, you're eating pollution, which is toxic. If omega-3s are critical, why is fish not recommended? Great question. Listen, where fish gets omega-3s is from algae or eating other fish that ate algae, all right? So number one is you can get the omega-3 fatty acids you need from things like flax seeds or chia seeds. It's harder from algae because it's hard to get anything that has a high enough dose in it to do the kind of work we're trying to do without having the bad effects of eating the fish itself. So eating fish does not actually improve your health. And if that's news, I'm glad you're hearing it here. I've been saying for a long time that eating fish does not improve your health, all right? One is omega-3s are they're very sensitive to oxidation by heat. So cooking fish, you're already eliminating a lot of the omega-3. If you're buying it wild caught versus farm raised, so now they farm fish. Farmed fish are not fed the algae that they would normally have, and instead of making omega-3s, they make mostly omega-6, and so they're actually inflammatory. On top of that, the FDA has actually shown that every sample of fish they've pulled out of the ocean has PCBs or pollution, air pollution, chemical pollution from plants in their fatty tissue. So when you're eating fish, you're eating pollution, which is toxic, right? And that's going to cause more health problems. Plus mercury. I've had people switch to pescatarians many times who came to me with mercury toxicity. So there's a lot of risks to eating fish that can hurt your health that are not available when you just get omega-3s directly from the plant sources. There was recently a study that I talked about on my Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, social media stuff that was it was a study out of Colombia that was published in the British Medical Journal looking specifically at how doctors and nurses on the front lines treating COVID, original COVID, Alpha, before we had Delta, before we had vaccines, okay, how they did in terms of infections with COVID and what they ate. And it was a very well done study, almost 3,000 people in it. And what they found is people who ate plant-based diets had a 73% lower rate of moderate to severe COVID. 73% lower rate. That is really, really, really dramatic. And then when they looked at pescatarians, so pescatarians are plant-based plus fish. So they don't do dairy and they don't do processed foods. They just do plants and fish. Pescatarians had a 59% lower rate of moderate to severe COVID compared to everyone else. So still better than other people who are eating processed foods and meat and dairy, but not as good as the plant-based people. So eating fish does not improve your immune function. It actually hurts your immune function, whether you're fighting infection or whether you're trying to reverse disease. And that's why I don't recommend people use fish.